Alrighty, Royal Palm Beach Strikers monthly soccer board meeting. It is 6:34 p.m.
Can't hear.
on. Can you hear me now?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's start that over. Royal Palm Beach Strikers soccer meeting, September 15th, 2020. It is 6:35 p.m.
Please stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Kneeling. Alrighty. And all right, call to order. Fernando Casale, Sean O'Connor, Amy Santiago,
Here.
Vanessa Donadio.
Here.
Dave Corson is not here yet. He was going to be a little late. And Corinne Corbacero is going to be meeting us, and Shinoy Ragaraj, the referee assigner, and registrar, as well as Brendan Pendergrass, village liaison. Reading approval of previous month's meeting minutes. Amy, did you want to say anything about that?
Nope, didn't see him.
Okay.
Yeah, Corinne's not here,
So
so.
no, I thought she had passed them off. All righty.
No,
We'll go
sorry.
back. We'll go back to that. President's report. There's really not too much to discuss with regards to the recreation program. We suspended the spring 2020, the fall 2020 recreation season due to the coronavirus, and we currently have the spring 2021 season registration available online for those people that would like to participate in that season. Other than that, as we get closer, we'll discuss things a little bit more regarding that season. There's really nothing to discuss with regards to that. Treasurer's report, Amy?
Okay, so we didn't have a meeting last month, so July rec checking started with $16,319.87, ended with $17,009.06, and then the ending balance for August would be $14,861.02. For the rec savings, started with $10,662.13, ended $10,662.67, and then for the ending of August was $10,663.09.
Okay, motion to accept the treasurer's report with the checking balance at the end of July at $17,009.06. The checking balance at the end of August, $14,861.02. Savings balance at the end of July, $10,660.
2.67.
62.66.
67.
67, excuse me.
68. 60, no.
10,662.67.
Yes.
Okay. And the savings account, wow, made a lot of money that month. At the end of August, $10,673.09. No,
63. You wish. 10 bucks in savings earned.
10,663.
663.
Okay. 09.
Yes.
That's right. It made a little over $1. Awesome.
All righty.
That's why Corinne
All in
does this
favor?
one.
Any
Aye.
opposed? All righty, we will accept and approve the minutes for the previous month's board meeting for the treasurer's report. DOC report, again, nothing to discuss regarding the recreation program. Registrar and referees report regarding the fall recreation season, nothing for that. Open comments from membership. I appreciate everybody being socially distancing properly over there. Unfinished business. No use of fields to those outside the program during the Royal Palm Beach permitting. And I have a number written on the agenda there. If there is any unauthorized use of the fields, this past weekend, while we had a game out there, actually Fernando asked me if I knew who that group was way, way down at the far end of the field, and I went over there, and it's actually a semi-pro team. They had their tryouts and everything advertised at Catchfield.
Wow.
Yeah, and very disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, very, very disappointed. And I probably didn't handle it as nicely as I could have handled it. My big thing and my not even the just doing it without asking or requesting, just whatever, something. We are all working so hard and being so, conscious and aware of all of the guidelines and recommendations by the village and the county and FYSA regarding, proper way of doing things, safety first and everything. And for an outside organization to come out here with just an absolute total disregard for everything, no masks, no nothing. I mean, I was furious. And I was absolutely furious because like I said, we had people within the club at the fields that have been doing all the things that they're supposed to be doing. So I can talk to you guys off camera about, if you guys want to follow up on that or do something. I know who it was and everything. So, I mean, I can give all the information on that.
Okay, good.
And as I said earlier, spring 2020 registration continues to be advertised.
21.
2021, I'm sorry, on our website. New business. Gotten some complaints from some of the parents and some of the other board members brought it to my attention. I guess there's a bee problem out on the fields to go along with the mosquito and gnat problem. I mean, I know I leave the fields, and for whatever reason, they stick to me, and these guys have seen it. I mean, I mean, my forehead, face, something, but I leave, and it looks like I have chicken pox. They're like stuck all over my face. I don't know if there's something the village can do with regards to spraying or something for that, whatever. I don't know. I'm clueless.
Oh. Yeah, I'll look into that. I know village-wide we do mosquito spraying.
All right.
So I'll look and check what that schedule is. But the bees, definitely we can get somebody out. Somebody that's in that parking.
Corinne's not here.
My son got stung by a bee.
Oh, okay. I guess
You
her
see
son.
him lying on the ground and stuff. And one of the parents from our team as well. Same. Oh, really?
Dave Corson, the board member, is now with us over here. Additionally, I received an email, I think it was yesterday or the day before, from one of our coaches. He had stated that the sidewalks and the concrete areas have become very slippery. I don't know if that's like that mold or whatever it is on the sidewalk, how that forms or whatever.
Okay.
If we can do something around the concession area also. I don't know if that could be something, just the concrete areas, whether it's the sidewalks and the incline that goes up to the concessions.
Right around it. Okay.
The grass isn't slippery. It doesn't have to be pressure washed.
The grass is fine. The grass is fine. But if there's some, I don't know if that's like a pressure cleaning thing or something possibly to.
Yeah, we can look at that. We'll go out and walk it and take a look and see what we can do to.
Yeah, I haven't noticed anything. I'm just passing on. Did you? Okay, I'm just passing on the information.
From the table to the flag, that corner where you go to the grass, right there.
Yeah, all righty.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a big spot.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look at that. Get that fixed.
Okay, and additionally, I'm sure all of you spend hours and hours viewing our website. But if each of you can take a couple of moments whenever you have an opportunity to check out the website and to just kind of browse through, and if you were a new person to the area, or somebody not familiar with our club, and they're trying to obtain some information about either our recreation program or our competitive program, or or anything involved with our program, the training we do, or the safety guidelines that we undertake to participate, anything. If there's anything you would like added on that, please let me and Dave know that. Or if you'd like anything removed from the website, again, let me and Dave know that also. That's really it for the recreation.
Can I say something?
portion. Yes.
Let me just add real quick. Did you all see my text that I had sent, I don't know, a month ago or something, about our P.O. box is changing? They're moving across the street. So I just double checked to see what that means for us, and they said, well, our mailman will know that we're moving, so, it's not an urgent thing. You have to tell everybody, start sending it to this new address, and they don't have an exact date, but sometime next month. So once that starts happening, we can change over the address.
Alrighty. And it's right across the street, you said?
Yeah, it's right next to the Petco, across Royal Palm
On
Beach.
the Winn-Dixie. In the
Right,
Winn-Dixie
right
Plaza.
near the
All right.
Winn-Dixie, yep.
Alrighty, John?
Motion to adjourn, 8 minutes mail, your new personal record for the rec at 6:42.
Alrighty, and I will make up for it in the next portion.
Who's going to second that?
I'll second.
All in
There you
favor? Any opposed? Already, the recreation portion of the board meeting is adjourned. I'll call to order the competitive portion of the board meeting at 6:45 p.m. President's report, DOC report. Again, simply, our competitive teams have just begun league play in both the Palm Beach Soccer League and South Florida United Soccer League, as well as the Florida Premier Soccer League. I guess this weekend is the weekend. I'm sure everybody will have at least their first game done thus far. A few teams have played already, whether it be in outside tournaments, and it was kind of neat doing an outside tournament with the team that I coach. Anyways, just being able to see the some different ideas and the safeguards regarding the coronavirus, and it's good to see people kind of working together and everybody abiding by the rules to help us get through this. And I tell everybody in our program, at least, it's like we've done so much, and I don't want to say we've suffered, because there's people without jobs and things like that, but I'm saying the program itself, the fact that we had to shut down the rec program for the fall, and we lost the last 3 months of last season in the competitive program, and also shutting down the spring season for recreation. We've done so many things, and we've been so patient in doing them. It's good to see that people are actually working together and doing the things that they're supposed to do, so that we can continue with the program. And that's that, I guess. Treasurer's report, Amy.
Okay, so for the competitive checking, July started with $25,225.76, ended with $42,992.82, and then for ending in August was $53,764.14. Competitive savings started with $10,020.77, ending July $10,021.27, and then ending August $10,021.66. Stipends was the beginning of July $1,981.50, no change in July. Ending in August, it went to $9,881.50. It's the same, no change. 1,981.50.
Thank you.
You're
I was
welcome.
waiting for the ending one, and you said same. That's not helping at all. Okay, motion to accept the treasurer's report for the competitive checking account ending in July at $42,992.82. The checking account for the competitive at the end of August was $53,764.14. Savings account ending in July at $10,021.27. Ending of August at $10,021.66.
Yep.
Wow, that's a 39 cents we make that one.
Yeah, rolling in the
Okay,
dough.
stipend account ending July at $1,981.50.
Yep.
Ending at the end of August, $9,881.50.
Yes. Good job, Sean.
Corinne's got to get back here to do this job because this is the most pressure I've had.
Does anybody want to second that?
I second that.
Any objections?
Nope.
Alrighty, we will accept and approve the competitive programs, the treasurer's report for the competitive program for the previous month. Registrar referee report, Shanoy, if you'd like to step up for the competitive program, we can maybe ask you a couple of questions. You can identify yourself, please. Alrighty. Alrighty, Shanoy, let's, with the registrar portion first. With this new Team Snap we're using and all that for, registration, but we're still obviously using Got Soccer for the actual registration for the state and everything. If we can really, if we can kind of go through and make sure information, like contact information, whether it's the addresses and phone numbers. If we can just go through and just make sure that they're updated, or actually in some instances there's nothing, they're blank, the contact information on some of the people. So the information that's in there, have the parents, they're the ones that put that in there? Because in a lot of instances, it's, but then somebody's like on a few of them, there's probably about a half a dozen or so that actually have my email address and my name and everything on there.
For the actual players?
I get emails sent to me for them.
Because I actually went.
And when I go on there, this has got soccer, not
Yeah,
Team Snap. And when
that's
I
not-
go
Yeah,
on there, I see that the email address that's been inputted was mine.
Because I actually did, after he got the email, I actually went through every single Got Soccer and looked at it towards the Team Snap.
All right.
And there was only one that was missing, like a phone number and stuff like that.
But are they updated? Are they
Yeah.
the actual address? Because there's a few people I know, when I pulled their stuff up, it's not, and that's why I had sent that out.
Yeah,
I have to know which ones.
I have to
because-
know where you're looking. Are you looking on the club side, or are you looking on the registration side?
On when the person registers for a particular program, and then you
Yeah,
click on that
I'd
player.
have to go back and look. I'm just what I download, and I mean I exported a sheet and I triple checked it essentially.
All right.
There's information. There's only a very few people with duplicates, and they look like they're legitimate duplicates because they're siblings.
Mhm.
All right.
So I didn't see any other duplicate emails like meshing over.
All right.
I can go back and look at it as of today, but I know when that day you sent me, and I even spoke to Vanessa.
All
We
right.
both went through the list.
And I went through for duplicate accounts, and I probably
A
did.
duplicates
I
account, I
mean,
don't
I
know.
probably did about 20 people.
Yeah,
that
so
I-
the
that I
duplicate
merged-
accounts,
I merged the accounts.
the duplicate accounts, there's been some issues with some Got Soccer's transitions, so I don't really eliminate their duplicate accounts until like the last moment. especially with the competitive player, just kind of let them hang there. It's beneficial for reasons.
Alrighty.
Trust me on that one.
Yeah, I went through like the contacts of the whole,
Yeah, so
each team competitive. I didn't do recreational, only
All right.
competitive. And
yeah, so if you have recreation, I didn't look at that one specifically, but I guess I can go
Right.
back and export that. But since we didn't have rec, I assumed you were talking about competitive. So
Okay. Alrighty, and for the referee stuff, I know that now you've taken some other
where they're rained out all weekend.
things, taking on some other responsibilities with the refereeing. I just want to make sure, my concern is when, I know there's a weekend or two when there's going to be big local tournaments. And I just want to make sure we don't suffer with regards to our referees.
So I don't think it'll be any, when I say any differently, what I've asked is when there are tournaments that if we can avoid scheduling a lot of games those particular weekends. So right now I think Gardens, and I'm assuming they're still having their tournament.
Yeah.
As far as I know, they're still happening in October sometime. So if we can avoid games those weekends, and it's not, I have nothing to do with Gardens specifically.
Well,
They're going
what's
to need a
gonna-
lot of, they're going to need a lot of.
I've asked all of our teams to register for Gardens.
So if they're there, then they're not
and-
playing at home,
and
so
to
that's fine.
also register for Wellington when the Wellington one comes
Okay.
around.
So
But
that'll be.
in the event that there's a team
Yeah,
or
here's the
two
thing.
that doesn't do
We'll
it.
figure out something. Actually, right now with the way it is,
Right now, we have 8 games on that weekend.
Yes, I saw that. That they
if they're
still
playing
need
in a
to be
tournament, they can't play those games in any event, right? So I'm just saying.
We got 5 games on Saturday and 3 on
moved.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
still-
we'll make it work. It's not good. The problem with referees, regardless of what it is, there's a shortage. If you totaled up all the games, you need 3 referees for each. There's just not enough to cover. If you looked at the total number of Palm Beach County, I think we're at like 981 referees total for Palm Beach County.
All right.
And you look, and that's from Boca to Cuesta. If you look at those games, if you look at all the games, there's no way. And that's not counting adult matches or any of that stuff. There's just not enough referees.
All right.
Hopefully, we're going to start. I will say, the one thing COVID has done is minimize games. So there's not as many games this year. So hopefully, I will say now that
Yeah.
now that another signer is gone, it's really me, David Minshaw, Martin, and well, there's Lou Heck down south, but he doesn't play nice with anybody. The 3 of us, at least, get along very well. We're all good friends, and we can work our
All right.
issues out together.
All right, good. I don't know if you want to, probably when our environment changes a little bit, the climate, with the COVID stuff, if we want to go ahead, everything is still online. They're not doing any like classes.
Yeah, they're not doing anything. And one of the big reasons is to figure the majority of referee individuals that have knowledge are the older folks that are probably at higher risk.
All right.
I mean, I was exposed. I got it. And it wasn't fun. I'll tell you that.
All right.
So, it's just one of those things. I think for right now, it's going to be a little while before that gets back to normalcy, or like you said, as normal as that could be.
All right.
The only thing I would say is I know there's a bunch of referees in the program, and it's the same thing as always. On Mondays or as close to that, email me what you are available for that upcoming week. I can't sit there and run behind each one of them. And some kids are very responsible, and others and their parents contact me. And honestly, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to talk to parents because they're not working for me. The referees are. And that's
and
just my
just
thing.
please keep in mind, our
Local-
our thing where we don't.
Yeah,
we
I know.
don't
Bring anybody
allow-
else. No. So we're
certain
trying our
things.
best to do that. Like I said, the best thing I can tell them is all of our local referees, anybody, send me your emails on Monday, what you're available for this upcoming weekend.
All right.
I could only babysit you for so long.
All righty. All right, good. Does anybody else have anything for Fernando or for Shinoy? Nobody? All right, we're good, Shinoy. Thank you.
Oh, just one last thing. If anybody's contacting you for changes, make me the bad guy and say no changes. That's for game schedule. I mean,
Oh, for
Something that
like
can be
late game
Yeah, like
changes.
if they're contacting you on Thursday nights and stuff like that, tell them no, or you're paying the referee fees, and we'll change it, but you're paying the referee fees, and that's on you. Make me the bad guy if you have to. I don't.
All right.
I'm working some changes, like I told you today, and I already told the team, if you don't approve by the day before I send the email to him, they need to pay the referee fee.
Good. That's it.
You know? The other thing I want to need to check out with you later about that team again.
Yeah, we'll talk after the meeting.
Alrighty. Thank you again, Chinoy. Open comments from membership? Okay, nothing there? Alrighty. Unfinished business. Vanessa, you have been the team snap princess. I don't know if you had anything that you wanted to share with everybody regarding registration or communication or anything like that for Team Snap.
As a few of you saw, that I did copy the board members of the ones I did give them a little extra leeway of the payments within 2 weeks if they are late. So there are 2 individuals that I did send out for all of you guys to see. Other than that, payments are coming in nicely. I mean, anybody that has failed payments, I send them an email reminding them to update their information, and pretty much everybody has except for the few.
Now, I know you're biased on the question I'm going to ask, and I want you to be completely honest with me and everybody else here. And then, Amy, I also want your input on this. It seems like the payment process is much more up to date currently. Is that because of Team Snap, or is that because of you hounding people?
Majority of Team Snap. Yeah, it's actually because the payments are coming out automatically. And when we started the registration, there may be 4 or 5 people that are not doing it through the automated thing, and I have to invoice them. Amy and I have invoiced them individually to make those payments automatic, but those would be the ones we would have to hound because it doesn't automatically take it out. They actually have to go in and pay the invoices. But other than that, it really is much easier. I mean,
Well,
they're automatically coming through.
What I would like to do next season is to incorporate the Team Snap registration to the accepting of a travel team position. You've been invited, or you've made our program. If you'd like to accept the invitation for the so-and-so team, click here, and when you do that, that makes you register on Team Snap. I mean,
That is how I do it now.
that's how it happened this year?
Yes.
Alrighty, see,
Yes.
I didn't know the invitation was sent out.
What happens is once I receive the paper contract and get their information for the email.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
You want no paper at all?
Because it seems like, and I'm thinking that's why it's taken as long for some people to actually do the registration on Team Snap, because they feel like they've already registered when they submit the paperwork.
Well,
So they think the Team Snap thing is just some little thing, oh, we're going to chat with the team. They're not understanding the actual registration. So,
I mean, I can put all of the contract information in there, which I did some of the forms, like the FYSA COVID and all of those things, so that way it's automatically already in there. So if a team manager needs to pull it up, they can. The medical release form also, if they're at a tournament or whatever and they need to, suddenly need that information, they don't have it on hand, they have it right there. But I can put all the forms on there, so they would have to go through the actual steps to finalize the registration from beginning to end with the actual contract.
all right, we'll have to talk. I don't know if you guys have seen, Sean, I know you're kind of out of the loop on this stuff. I'm actually in the loop, and I feel like I'm clueless. I have no idea what's going on. But I mean, Vanessa has done like so much. Like, you guys have no idea. I mean, thank you. And
Well, I'm just looking at the checking account balance at this time of year, and wow. No, I mean, that's,
compared to normal.
yeah,
It's because we're not playing catch up. And you know, I think the biggest thing is we're not saying for tournaments, okay, just pay me back.
Right.
No.
You know, I mean, no, have the funds in there if you want to participate. It's simple.
And I have all of the, anybody that's in a tournament as
You
far
guys
as,
have been too nice over the years, just allowing all of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Is this thing working?
and I go in,
We cut the feed for a second.
I actually go in about twice a week, and if I see an invoice is past due, I send them an email right through where I can resend the invoice and say, you're past due, and then they start sending it out as a reminder.
I saw your email the other day.
So I
Before the pass.
stay on it. So,
That's great.
and I think it's easier for Amy as far as having to worry about all the different things because she
Well,
has.
this is why I said I wanted Amy's input also, because guys, I felt so bad for her. I mean, over the year, I mean, this was bad. Like,
Yeah, no, I
mean,
know.
like having to like sick Amy on people, and like
I
she
know.
didn't want to have to get involved with it. I can't blame
Like
her.
I try not to get Amy involved until it's so. I mean, I haven't had an issue yet where it's so past due that I haven't been able to get them to do it.
Right.
But I do think with the threatening of removing the pass and all that stuff, and I'm going to stick to it. I mean, I'm out there every
I'm
single
telling you,
practice.
we're you know, this is
And it doesn't matter what team or what player, whether it's my own or somebody else's.
actually
it's just how
that's
it is.
the next item on the thing. But before we go, that Amy, I know you wanted to say something about the team snap. Or
Yeah, for me, actually, I mean, the recording of it is, you know, I have to get used to it, but right now I am uploading files into Excel from Team Snap, and, you know, by deposit, like a deposit, whatever. So the only thing for me is that normally I would have, oh, this one team is one team deposit. Here's another team deposit. Well, now it's random
everything,
teams and players and such, which is no big deal. I just sort it by, you know, I input the team that it's from. I sort it and stuff. So I'll have a lovely long worksheet file by the end of this season.
alrighty,
You know,
alrighty.
I have the deposits, you know, per week. Here, week ending this, and there's, you know, 5-6 deposits, and then the next week and whatever. So,
Alright. Well,
you know.
the main thing is, I just want to make sure that we're, it seems like Sean's saying, it seems like we're off to a good start. We're not playing catch up. Yeah, and God forbid something happens like, you know, that happened last season with the coronavirus and everything. All these pay me later, all that bit us in the you know what, because ain't nobody gonna pay now that, you know, we're
Right.
shut down. I mean, so we took a hit. You know,
Well,
it
for
is
years
what it
we've
is.
lost money on
Yeah,
it.
and every year we do it, and
I went through 2 years ago's books. Amy gave me everything, and you know, like one of the U9 team that we started a couple years ago, and they went to a tournament, and we lost like $700.
it's never.
Never came back, and then summer came, and boom, boom, and you know, I don't know what happened, but it just. I mean, that was a 700. You know, that's a lot. You know, not only we laid out $700 for them to play in the tournament, and yeah. So anyway, but no, this is great. I mean, I've never seen. I mean, I was treasurer for 4 years. Amy, you've been treasurer the last 4 years.
something like
There's
that.
no way in September that we ever have this much money collected. Not even close.
All right, good. Well, with that, keeping in that theme, as a reminder, player passes will be pulled once monthly payment is 14 days past due. And as you saw, once that 14 days past due came up, our little hound dog over there at the end sent out a friendly reminder, which is nice. Now, can that do that automatically, or do you have to
I
generate?
have to go in and do it.
Okay. Also, player passes pulled on January 1st for any outstanding balances. If no arrangements, notify team managers. Not in good standing, notifications to be sent on January 2nd. We must.
Can I say something about this part right here about the without making arrangements?
All right.
That really shouldn't be put on anybody but the entire board, because all of a sudden, oh come on, Vanessa, cut me some slack, and that puts a lot of pressure on Vanessa. That should be like a board decision. Okay, what's your reasoning? We'll put it before the board, and then the board will say, yeah, we understand, and we'll, you know what I'm saying? Because Because that's a lot. I mean, I know when I was treasurer, I'd get phone calls from people. Oh man, I lost my job. And you're calling my kid from soccer, and I'm feeling about this big. You know, I'm just thinking, or maybe not the whole board, but at least like we'll present it to the board and then let you know, because that's
you
Well,
guys think?
as of right now, Amy and I, like, she knows any arrangements that have been made, and then I have Mal approve it, just so that he's also.
all right. So you can just say we have a
Yeah, yeah,
committee.
yeah.
It's not one I just don't want the pressure. Like I said, I felt it
Yeah.
several times.
Oh, no,
you know.
yeah, you feel horrible for
I feel
people.
horrible, right? But we
you-
got a club to run, and we got
Right,
bills to pay,
correct.
and you know.
Speaking of bills, go Bills. All right.
Hey, now, wait, can I add something too? Also, with the registration and invoicing through Team Snap, it is easier to see, oh, what did we charge for this particular person? Because that sometimes I would come back later and review the team report and be like, oh, well, that person didn't get charged that because certain people make deals and wheels and deals and such that I don't find out about. I'm not going to mention any names now, but you know how that goes.
Wheeling and dealing implies that money was being exchanged, which no. That's
No, but numbers were changed. Is the point.
Yeah, I don't mean it in a bad way.
May have been a hell of a
Listen,
little
you would
here.
have been a great rug trader in Persia. Back then.
It's like
Not,
the good guy,
not in a
bad guy.
bad way, but only for the fact that I didn't find out until.
Hey,
I,
if you
know.
notice this year, the
Yes.
number of discounts, my wheeling and dealing for discounts has
Minimal.
gone down. I mean, it's like
Tremendously.
ridiculous.
You know, when I started being treasurer, I had a full head of hair. All I'm saying.
I mean, the
Alright.
good part too is that myself and Amy, if we have anything in there, we can put notes
Yeah.
into the actual account of each individual player.
I saw that. I'm still not understanding like how, but I like saw some things with some of like the quote unquote discounts or whatever you want to call them. That
Those were
put
the
in
ones
there.
that you wheel and dealed.
But that's good. I mean, I have a spreadsheet. I actually keep track of it too, and I send it to Amy. But it's kind of nice that that can kind of be put on somewhere where it's like official,
Yes.
you know, also. And that's, you
I
know,
mean-
if I were to die or something like that, and everybody says, "Oh, we made a deal with him," or something. No. Now it's official.
Well, it's good because in the initial registration, I made those codes for that specific person, and Amy could see it right away what it was for and how much it was for.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good,
I mean,
good.
the only one thing I'm not as thrilled with, because if they don't go through registration and we have to submit an invoice, then you're looking in two different spots to double check. Okay, so this is how much they were charged to whatever and stuff. So, but that's for the few people
The
paying
handful, yeah.
offline or whatever. But yeah, you deal with that.
Yeah.
So.
You know, it's pretty cool, these masks. I just yawned, and nobody even knew it. That was like, that's pretty cool. Alrighty,
we
Brandon,
did.
I know I had requested this, and I forget if I ever sent an email or not, about requesting a refund from the village for the 3 months, March through May, for the competitive teams. I don't know if did I send an email? to
No.
you? Okay, then that's on me, and I couldn't remember if I sent it or not.
Can I interject there or something?
Yep.
Are you assuming that we paid for something? Oh, that's okay. That's the village fees. I'm
Yes,
thinking
yes.
Seminole lighting and such
no,
because
no.
there
We're
was
not
an
using the
invoice.
fees.
There was an invoice y'all sent that I didn't pay anything, and I sent it back and said, "I'm assuming y'all gonna change this or adjust
Yeah.
it." And I haven't heard back yet, so we haven't paid that. So, just saying.
Yeah, that one that was right as COVID was hitting and everything was getting shut down.
Yeah.
So we took that whole invoice off.
Okay, so we have no balance right now, and we're just looking for a refund from the beginning of the year when we get paid up front for
the
the
teams,
village fees
yeah.
for the teams.
Yeah.
Field usage.
Okay, I
All
got
right,
you.
and then our coupon book fundraiser, they came in at the beginning of the year, and what was it, 150? Was it 200? All right, whatever. Yeah, 200, because I got two
You
more
adjusted
boxes.
it, yeah.
200, and Vanessa coordinated with the managers for the competitive teams and whoever wanted to participate in them. They are selling those.
How much are they?
$25, 12 and a half for us, 12 and a half for the team.
Yep, I'm on right now.
And what's pretty good about, and what's pretty,
Buy for my team. No,
and what's pretty,
Not for
Whoever takes it and gives me a book. Got it.
Run over there, Dave. Run, Dave, run.
Look at Dave over there. Wow.
Which team is that for? Which team?
Oh, it's got to be U19, U18, man, U18. And these should sell like really well without the schools being in session because they're usually the ones that sell.
Come on Monday.
So, are they getting them on Monday?
No, we're going back on Monday.
All right.
Sorry, we
I'm going
we
back
got a head
tomorrow.
start.
Are you?
Okay, Mel, our script.
Alrighty, and then lastly, on unfinished business, again, this is the COVID-19 protocols and procedures for practices and games. If anybody has any questions about this, you can just send them to our website. We've got a couple of different links. Regarding FYSA guidelines, return to play. They had them for tryouts. They had them for 2 weeks after this and that. The village had sent me over something, and that's what we're kind of enforcing on the fields for our games. We're limiting the people to no more than 50 people on the field at the same time. We're staggering times. Training equipment is being sanitized. And the kids actually like the way that you're the ones. Vanessa, are you washing the pennies for the 15s? Because they were all commenting how nicely they smell and everything. They're always commenting. So they did today, at least the ones
Yes.
Steve gave.
Yes,
whatever
I
they
washed
said.
them for you.
All right, they said they were very nice smelling. But whatever, the social distancing, the not sharing the drinks, and the coaches having to wear masks during practices and during games. The parents that attend the games are required to wear masks on the sideline. And thank you, Fernando. I was also there this past weekend, and Fernando made it a point to continuously go by the bleachers and the seating, where all the parents were sitting, making sure that everybody had masks on, and if somebody didn't want to wear a mask, they'd have to leave the property. And so we're doing our part as much as possible. And
The only comment with that, Mel, we need to be sure the old managers talk to the other team managers, and before the game starts, explain to them that if somebody, from their club, is not ready to get out,
mhm.
go to the parking lot, whatever, watching the game from the car, whatever they want to do.
Now there's two rules, Shanoy. Maybe you can, I know, at the tournament we went to, a team and their parents were on one side of the field. A team, but that needs to be for everything, I believe. And here's my thought process on this: if you're playing against a team in an area that may not have it in control as well as we have it in control, why are we?
So we wanna apply that for Palm Beach League and South Florida.
What are your thoughts?
That is an FYSA recommendation.
Yep.
Your insurance is falling under that.
Yep. So
We applied
that's a
that
done
Friday.
deal.
Friday.
For the players going forward, we need them to hold their passes up so that the referees are not taking that wad of passes. Basically, if the team manager or the coach can give each player their pass, and when they check them in, they're gonna hold it up, and that's how they're gonna do it.
How about we just have the manager stand there next to you, and then there's only
Well,
one.
whatever works.
So there's only one set of hands on the passes.
That's cool too, but the idea is for the referees not to handle that as minimally as possible.
How you gonna do that with the Premier League? Because you need to.
They need to have him.
Players at the moment when they think so. I'm saying for check-in, you're going to have your 11 that are going on the field. That's who's getting checked in. That's who's on the thing. You're going to just give that to the referee together. What I'm saying is when they're checking the players in to make sure that he doesn't look like
Like me.
a 3-foot-old, U9 Chinese kid. You know what I mean?
Just one comment.
So-
To be clear, if
referee should not be allowing that. I can only tell you for when I said the fields and referees I control, which is Royal Palm, Wellington, Boynton. You go anywhere else and the referee lets them play, make a note of it. Don't get into an argument over it. Just let it, you know what I mean? Deal with it after the fact. If it's here, call me. Hopefully it's not an 8 o'clock in the morning game.
Remember, I called you regarding that a couple times already.
Yes, but hopefully it's not an 8 o'clock in the morning game.
And since you are the referee assigned, I just had a quick referee question. If a player is in an offside position, and, just curious, if a player is in an offside position and the ball is handled by the opposing team's goalkeeper, and then it goes to the player in the offside position, is it still offsides?
No, because it's coming from beyond the.
I just
Closer
want,
to the
I
goal,
just wanted to
remember.
make sure that maybe we can put like an asterisk next to our tie this weekend. So ball was played to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper jumps up. One of my guys is in an offside position behind the goalkeeper.
Okay, so he's behind the goalkeeper now.
He's in an offside
No,
position.
he's not behind.
Well, you know, I mean, he's not.
He was in
He's
an
in front of the
offside.
goalkeeper. He runs to the goalkeeper when the goalkeeper is starting out the ball. The goalkeeper
Where was
let
he
it
at?
go. And he just push it in.
Where was he at when the ball was played to the
He
goalkeeper?
was in an offside position.
That he is offside.
And he's offside.
But
He's not behind the goalie. He's 3 feet in front of the goalie.
Can we do this off camera?
then he's not off. If he's in front of the goalkeeper, he's not in an offside position.
Sure you are. There's no other defender.
Because the defender.
Didn't you guys do enough of this this
Yeah,
week?
Yeah, let's do this afterwards. Let's talk it. Let's meet in the parking lot like real men. Come on.
We'll talk later. No, not at all. All right.
Only known as a win.
All right, new business.
We've already
Again-
talked about all of these.
Again, just a reminder, no use of fields by those outside the program. Lining of the fields for the village, I saw that they were lined when I went out there today.
Yeah, they are lining.
Lined.
One comment with that one.
You were saying one of them is too close or
You
something?
go, we need to push into the right side because it's close to the concrete and close to the column in the back.
It's too close to the sidewalk. Okay.
So we need to push into the small size field.
So that would be the U12 field
The U12, we need to push in.
away from the sidewalk.
Yes.
So that would be field number 1, 2, 3.
Field 3 need to push towards field whatever, 5, 6, 7.
One,
Come
two.
closer
What
to
is
the
it? One,
parking
two,
lot.
Needs to
three,
move
four?
north is what it does.
Didn't we change the numbers back?
Old field.
No, the numbers
Five
are
is 4.
changed, but the diagram is still the same. So
Old,
you're
old
looking at.
5 is 4.
So here's Catch Field.
The old 5 field
Big
is
one
4 now.
is number 1.
Yes.
This one is number 2. The U12 field is 3.
Here it is.
One is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mal,
Diagram.
can we put a field within a field on field
Got 3.
3?
On field.
A field inside of a field?
Field 3.
Can we get a U9?
So it needs to go
10
further
inside
west.
Of the U12?
I told you from the concrete.
Have 10 inside of 12.
Yeah,
I thought there was.
I didn't see it tonight. You know what? I'll have to look.
Yeah.
What about the trees that are over
I
there?
think they're it. Fernando,
Those trees
there's
are
a U10 inside the U12, correct?
No.
There should be though, isn't there?
It's a U12 inside field.
Yeah.
U15.
But what? There's only one U10 field.
Just worried we're going to run into some conflicts there.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe can we put field number 4 inside of field number 3 also in a different color?
If you want to do that, why we don't put that where it's field 5, 6, 7, and 8? We put a U10 over there.
I like
I guess we can do
I like
that for
that
now.
idea
I just
better.
don't want to mess it up come rec time then.
Oh, rec is coming in February. No.
Yeah, but why have the village reline?
And then you'll do the lines
I just
again.
think that's,
If you asking me, I close 3 and 4, and I put these 2 fields on 5, 6, 7, 8 because the fields look pretty bad.
because you're gonna need a U9 and a U10 at one point.
they're not in good shape. Yeah, they're not in good shape.
Brandon, that's on you.
Poor
Oh,
Brandon.
she's,
Field 3 didn't
wow,
look that
it's
bad.
not
I saw some
Vanessa.
maintenance
It's
on
just
it.
vicious now.
Good thing you don't owe her money.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
No, wait. Mary.
Everything else is repeat on there, dude.
Oh, wow, I copied and pasted.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn at 7:20. Oh,
Wait. Amy, what? Oh, yes, there you go. The small side tournament.
Oh, God.
Guys, we need dates, and I want dates before, but we need this as quickly as possible, and I'd like to have this done prior to the beginning of the fall or the spring rec season, so that the rec season doesn't interfere
When is
with the tournament.
you know when is the tournament for Gabriel?
October 18th.
October 16, 17, and 18.
What do you think? Is that a good day?
We only have 2 games in December.
Yeah, gotta just make sure that there's nothing local going on, like is West Pines or something, or. And we agreed just small-sided? And are we able to do it? Are we able to do it goal-wise, Sean?
I haven't been out there in so long.
I know, yeah.
I think we have, let's see, 1, 2. We have enough for 6 fields.
Yes.
6 fields.
We have
We
enough.
could do 3 U10 and 3 U12, and then
No,
or 4 and 2. Either way.
maybe more.
No, because then you have to. But then you have to use the 7x21s, and you can't use those for U10s. You can get away with the 8.5.
We did the year before. We did that one year. You had the fields inside the fields. That tournament we did, the small side.
Goals.
But we're talking goals, though.
Oh.
Do we have enough goal?
Last I looked, we had 6 sets of small-sided goals.
Now, another comment regarding the goals. Some of the coaches complain about the goals, the nets. And I tell them, they normally we fix it because before season or rec start.
All right.
So now, like the U18.
Oh, I know. I had to do the 15s. I did the 15s on Saturday, both goals. I know Carmine did the one for his game.
That's my point. That's what I tell them.
It was a lot of work, man. Lot of work.
I did not know that.
No, not handing that. It was, just doing the twist tie. This is what, and the sandbags. This was before the game. Before a game.
I always thought the ferry stopped doing that.
This was before a game, though, is what I'm trying to say.
When we do that.
It was.
We do that before. You don't do that after the game?
I'm talking about showing up for a game and having to rush to fix the goals.
Oh, no.
Before the.
Oh my! You mean you mean the ferry didn't come and take care of that? for
Sounds
you?
like it was a U15 trip.
All right.
Can we blame the village for that one too? Can you guys get somebody over there to?
Hey, for the record, he painted the field.
He paid.
Had no choice. Had no choice.
Wow.
Yeah,
You had to pull the goals up before your game.
We put very thin lines, very light, just so we can get by for this past weekend on one of the fields.
Okay.
They went right over them, so
Pads.
it didn't affect them at all.
They're all gone.
All right.
That was good.
Hey, I talked to him that we need to buy new pads for all the goals.
The pads are bad.
They're hammered. Okay, they're old.
They're all hanging.
Okay, I'll get on.
In fact, in one
Wait a
of the
minute, I gotta do something
one
for
of the
this club
games. In fact, in the game that we had, I actually took the pads and kind of pushed them down and to the inside of the goal we were defending first because it helped stop any balls.
Hey, Sean, you had those metal stakes. Remember?
Not that many of them.
I just want
The problem with the metal stakes is the coaches. Somebody
I wanna put it in my
loses them,
bag and just
and
keep
they
it.
go through the lawnmower and bust up the blades on the lawnmower. That's why we stopped using them
Yeah,
years
no, I
ago.
would love to keep them just in my bag and then.
Yeah, but then if you
what
get them,
about
then
the
the other
sandbags?
coaches.
Are you kidding me? I never forget.
You put them down and they bust open.
Well, that's a.
We can buy the sticks.
Yo, Brandon, the
Well,
sandbags.
we'll lose them.
We can get those sandbags, but maybe have a better way of clipping them or something. Because the second you put them down, they bust open.
Tearing
at the
open.
top.
Okay.
The clips pop off of them.
If they're old, the sun just destroys those.
Oh, the netting, yeah.
The sun just eats it up.
If there's a different style, maybe we can even get something because it just seems like they they disintegrate.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll see what we can get.
Alrighty, motion to, or Sean, I'm
I don't
sorry.
want it now.
I'm sorry.
Now I want to. Motion to adjourn at 7:26.
I'll second that.
All in favor, any opposed?
Aye.